Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai Sudarshan ki jai. Shri Shri Gaudiya-Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhagavad Gita classes. This program is called Sunday Love Feast program. Do you all know? This program has a name. This is called Sunday Love Feast program. Why it is Love Feast? Prabhupada itself actually named Love Feast program. Anyway, because there is so much love in bhakti, so that is why it is a Love Feast program. Well, today, every Sunday, Bhagavad Gita discussion will go on here, this program. So we are now at 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. And last week, 10th sloka to 17th sloka discussed. Okay. Now, today, now we will discuss 18th and 19th slokas of 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. Please repeat with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 18th sloka. It's visible to everyone. Sloka. It's better now? Okay. Yada viniyatam chittam atmani evavatishtate nispruhaha sarvakamepyo yukta iti uchyate tada yada viniyatam chittam atmanyevavatistate nispruha sarvakamebhyo yukta yutyuchyate tada yada viniyatam chittam atmanyevavatistate nispruha sarvakamebhyo yukta yutyuchyate tada Yada viniyatam chittam atmanevavatistate nispruha sarva kamebhyo yukta yutyuchyate tada. Kindly someone repeat. Prabhu's is, yeah, please. Please repeat, someone. Yada viniyatam chittam atmanevavatistate nispruha sarva kamebhyo yukta ityuchyate tadam. Someone else can try. Please try, someone else. You can read, otherwise Mataji can try. Yada viniyatam chittam atmanevavatistate nispruha sarva kamebhyo yukta ityuchyate tada. One more. Anyone? Yada viniyatam chittam atmanevavatistate nispruha sarva kamebhyo yukta ityuchyate kataram. Let's recite Mangalacharan prayers along with me. Not sure whether you know Mangalacharan prayers, but just follow this slide. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Dena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Śrī Caitanya-Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya eva ca Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Śrī Krishna Caitanya-Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukund karoti vachalam pangam langayate kirim Krupatamah Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanantamadavam. Hare Krishna. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. When the yogi, by practice of yoga, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, devoid of all material desires, he is said to be well established in yoga. Okay, purport. The activities of the yogi are distinguished from those of an ordinary person by his characteristic cessation from all kinds of material desires, of which sex is the chief. A perfect yogi is so well disciplined in the activities of the mind that he can no longer be disturbed by any kind of material desire. This perfectional stage can automatically be attained by persons in Krishna Consciousness, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.18 to 20. And King Ambarisha first of all engaged his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna, Lord Krishna. Then one after another he engaged his words in describing the transcendental qualities of the Lord. His hands in mopping the temple of the Lord, his ears in hearing of the activities of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, please maintain silence. Don't speak. Can someone read? Otherwise, can someone, King Ambarisha, that paragraph, can someone read? Yes, please. Okay. Someone else can read? Another paragraph. Children, please take care of, parents, please take care of children. Don't make noise. Kindly sit or keep quiet. Someone else can read? Okay, let me read. The transcendental stage may be inexpressible subjectively by the followers of the impersonalist path, but it becomes very easy and practical for a person in Krishna consciousness, as is apparent in the above description of the engagements of Maharaja Ambarisha. Unless the mind is fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord by constant remembrance, such transcendental engagements are not practical. In the devotional service of the Lord, therefore, these prescribed activities are called archana, or engaging all the senses in the service of the Lord. The senses and the mind require engagements. Simply abnegation is not practical. Therefore, for people in general, especially those who are not in the renounced order of life, transcendental engagement of the senses and mind as described above is the perfect process for transcendental achievement, which is called yukta in the Bhagavad Gita. Haribol. Those tokens will come to everyone. Don't look for that. He'll come and give, okay? Try to focus on hearing. We came to hear, right? We came to see Lord through hearing. So kindly pay attention. Now, Dhyana Yoga, right? 6th chapter is Dhyana Yoga. What is yoga? Anybody wants to answer? What is yoga? Meditation, which keeps our mind peace. More answers, please. Connecting with God. Any other? Huh? Resting our mind. Okay, more. Sharp our mind. Okay. Anything else? Huh? Okay, connecting to Parapata. I mean, one who tried, okay. Others, please. So, many answers came. Actually, yoga means what Bhagavad Gita says is yoga means connecting with or linking with Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. That is yoga. Okay? So now, we also do yoga, right? Now, I mean, many people go for yoga in the morning, right? Yes or no? Why do we do yoga? Next question is, why do we do yoga? Maintain our body. Expected question, perfect expected answer. But not the actual answer. I expected this. Okay, next. Purify body and mind. Okay. Any other answers? Why do we go for yoga? Who are all going to yoga here? Please raise a hand. Only one answer, please. At a time, only one answer. Huh? Okay, good. So only one answer, because let's give opportunity to others also. So who are all going to yoga? Please raise hands. Yoga classes, yoga practice. So why do we go for yoga? Maintaining health. So as expected, see, there are two things we have to understand when it comes to spirituality. One is bodily platform, the other thing is soul platform. Bodily platform, mental platform, intellectual platform, and soul platform. But except soul platform, all other things are like bodily related only, more or less, either gross or subtle. Okay? So now, fortunately or unfortunately, particularly in Kali Yuga, in every Yuga it is there, but in Kali Yuga it is prominent that whatever it is, Shastra prescribes the things, we bring down them to bodily platform for our enjoyment purpose, for our sense gratification. Do you understand? So whatever it is, it may be, we try to bring down to bodily platform. That's how we apply those things, or we use those things. Yoga is also one such thing. Although yoga is actually in connection with Krishna, we are supposed to form relation with Krishna. We have to establish our relationship with Krishna through the meditation. But what we are doing, as people answered, yoga is meant for health, maintaining body, all these things. It became to bodily platform. But that is misapplication or wrong application. That is not the purpose of yoga. Please remember, the purpose of yoga is what? Please repeat with me, otherwise we will lost in distraction. So many children here, moving here and there. And so what is the purpose of yoga? Please answer. Huh? To connect with Krishna. It is not to bring down to the bodily platform. So, and now in Kali Yuga, we are very expert in whatever it is. We want bodily comforts, sense gratification, luxury, and refined sense gratification in terms of eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So, for example, we want to sleep, right? But we want so much luxury also to sleep. And also natural to eat, but we want so many varieties and so much palatable dishes. Eating is not wrong, but the way we consume, the way we eat, the way we desire is problematic. That is what actually Bhagavad Gita is addressing. So now generally, Prabhupada also says, what is our occupation? Prabhupada very funny, says very jokingly, like, what is our occupation? What is our occupation? Bhakti. Really? If our occupation is bhakti, okay, that is natural. But what we are doing now, what are we occupied with now? Materialistic things, correct. Sense gratification. So weekend means sleeping. Prabhupada says weekend means sleeping. So time is there. Let's satisfy senses. Let's satisfy our senses. Tongue, ears, eyes. Eyes want to see always beautiful forms and something pleasing to eyes. Ears always want to hear something nice to the ear, some sounds. Similarly, body, sensory organs, they want to be engaged always something nice where they seek some pleasure in it, sense objects. So this is what is sense gratification. But the purpose of our existence is not to satisfy our senses, but rather to satisfy Supreme Lord Krishna. Okay? So what? Hare Krishna. Don't speak, please. So let's move on further. So in fact, like yoga, we brought to bodily platform now. Similarly, like Tirumala Laddu, we know, right? Tirumala Laddu, Balaji Prasadam. Earlier, in my childhood, I remember very much. People used to go and bring some Laddu Prasadam, and they used to distribute little, right? But over the period, what I observed is, people will go and purchase some tens in number or hundreds in number, purchase laddus, and they eat as per the satisfaction of their tongue. Not really with the mood of it's a prasadam, because it's very tasty. Whether it is prasadam or not, it doesn't matter. It's very tasty, so people used to consume more and more. So like that in Kali Yuga, we bring down everything. Actually, what is the purpose of it? We don't keep that purpose. We deviate from the purpose and we bring down to the bodily platform. That's how we operate on the processes of whatever scripture gives a process. We operate like that. Now let's understand what is mind. What is mind? Do we have mind? So what is mind? To analyze what is right and what is wrong. No, this is the function of intelligence. This is not the function of mind. What are the other? What is mind? Storage. Okay. Any other? So first thing is, mind is the energy of Krishna. It is told in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter 4th sloka, Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu Kammona Buddhirevacha Ahankara iti yamme binna prakriti rastada. So Panchabhutas and mind, intelligence and false ego. These three are subtle energies. 5 Panchabhutas are gross energies. Total 8 are energies of Krishna. Binna prakriti rastada. So mind is energy of Krishna. This is first point we should understand. Second point. What Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki Jai, Shri Shri Gauranithai ki Jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadramai Sudarshan ki Jai. So what is actually the function of mind is, technically it is a storage of impressions. What are those impressions? Our past experiences, our feelings, thoughts, unfulfilled desires, and so many experiences we undergo. All those things in a essence form, they store in the form of impressions in the mind. For example, how mind works. The moment we see a picture and the poster, we will understand the related stuff to that picture. For example, there is a place we got to remember. Let's remember Vrindavan. Vrindavan means what? What is Vrindavan? What is Madura? Krishna's birthplace. See, immediately we remember those, whatever the related stuff, we will be able to recollect. The moment we heard Madura, Vrindavan, we will be able to recollect the related stuff. So mind works like that, because all the impressions stored in mind, and accordingly mind works. So how mind gathers impressions? Through our senses. Very good. Through senses, our mind captures all these impressions. Mind works through sensory organs. We know, right? Senses. 5 senses we know, right? 5 knowledge senses and 5 working senses. There are total 10 senses. So through sensory organs, mind gathers all impressions. So now, what is the nature of mind? Why we are discussing about mind? Why we are discussing? Because we are talking about Dhyana Yoga, right? Dhyana Yoga means now we go to meditation. What we try to do? We try to sit and we try to focus our mind on, right? That's why we are talking about mind. What is the nature of mind? Chanchala astira means restless and also unsteady. Mind is always keeps jumping from one sense object to another sense object and want to enjoy, please, and seek that pleasure. So mind is always like a monkey. What does monkey do? Children, what monkey does? It jumps from one branch of a tree to another branch, like that, right? So mind is also like that, restless. For example, children are fixed in mind or restless? Of course, everyone is restless, but we can observe in children, they are restless. They do here and there whatever they want. We can't control them, right? Children's minds are restless. So, similarly, our mind actually fluctuates, restless, jumps between, swings between past and future, likes and dislikes, all this stuff like attachment, aversion. So mind always shuffles like this. Now, do we have attractions, distractions for the mind? What is the distraction of us at the present age? What is the most distracted unit or item? Mobile phone, right? So mobile phone is the most distracted thing in the world at the present age. So how it is a distractive? Why it is called distractive? Okay, you all said mobile is a distractive, but how it is distractive? Sorry? Please tell, no problem. Any answer is okay. There is nothing like wrong. We change our mind. Very good. What's your name? Praveen. Can someone repeat? Can someone repeat what you say? Right. Very good answer. Lack of purpose. That's why our mind keeps jumping from here and there, one sense object to another, and doing sense gratification. This is how our mind becomes restless, always unsteady. And what are the distractions? Can someone tell? What are the distractions? Like mobile, what else? TV, very good. Next. There are so many things, please be interactive. Social media, shorts, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels. What else? Games, yeah, mobile games. What else? Video games, Facebook, all these things. Like even in, what is that? Amazing. Shopping, yeah, shopping. So tourism, public parks, even public parks also very much distractive. The moment you enter into the park, so many things we have to see. So it is very distractive to the eyes, to the ears, to every sensory organ. So all these things are distractions of mind. But what is Dhyana Yoga is saying? As part of Bhagavad Gita, what is Dhyana Yoga is saying? We have to control our mind. We have to fix our mind in meditation. So what to do for that? What Dhyana Yoga is saying? There are 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Those are Yama, Niyama, and Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Jhana, Samadhi. These are all 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. So these 8 limbs actually have, like, what is yama means? There are some prohibitions, means which certain things we are not supposed to do. Niyama means there are some rules and regulations. Asana means some bodily exercises. Some pranayama means some breathing exercises. Pratyahara means withdrawing senses from sensory objects. So is it possible? Withdrawing our senses from sense objects. Is it possible? You should not eat anywhere. And also you should not watch anything. That's what withdrawing senses from sense objects, no? So we should not watch, we should not hear anything. We have to close ears, eyes, tongue, mouth, everything we have to close. Is it possible? But as part of Ashtanga Yoga, one who is able to do all these things only is qualified to do Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. Dharana, fix mind on Lord's form. And Dhyana is intensified meditation on Super Soul. We have to sit like this, in meditation posture for long hours, and we have to focus our mind on Super Soul for long hours. Can you all sit for 30 minutes or 15 minutes or 10 minutes? It's not possible. So Samadhi, complete absorption. So these are all 8 limbs of Dhyana Yoga. But is it practical? Tell me, one of you, please tell me. Is it practical? It's not really practical, right? Just now what we spoke, you should not see anything, you should not hear anything, means withdrawing senses from sense objects, that is pratyahara. Unless you cross over pratyahara, you cannot fix your mind on Super Soul. So it is not really practical. So what is suggested? Let's move on to the solution. And before we move on, let's understand some more things. Whatever these distractions we mentioned right here, each and everything, the more we consume these things, means the more we engage our senses into these sensory objects or sense objects, like whatever, movies, social media, any entertainment, games, public park, whatever it is, shopping, roaming, all these things, the more we consume, what happens? What happens is, mind becomes more restless. Did you observe any time continuously watching this video, that short, that reel, this reel, and then after that, how you feel about your mind? So much inconvenience, so much uncomfort, so much restless in mind. Yes or no? For 1 hour, 2 hours, we will continuously watch. Okay, enough. Let's put it aside. We feel like that, right? That is because the more mind consumes with this machines, whatever consumes the data with whatever it is, mechanically or virtually, our mind becomes more restless. After that, what happens? We feel disturbed. Yes or no? Definitely in Facebook we see so many videos, and there will be a lot of disturbance in our mind. Oh, that person is doing this, I am not able to do this. He got this, but I didn't get this. He is getting so many likes, I am not getting so many. So many like this, so much comparison, moment to moment we consume all these things. The result is more restless and more disturbance in our mind. So in such a scenario, are we able to practice Jnana Yoga? Is it possible? Yes or no? It's not really possible. It is like when we pour ghee in the fire, what happens? Fire increases like anything. So similarly, the more we consume all these things, so why capitalism and consumerism is flourishing nowadays? Because we are consuming more and more, by the way. That is why capitalism is flourishing like anything. I mean, at least some of you can understand what I am saying. What is capitalism and consumerism? And if we carefully choose the things, capitalism, there is no question of capitalism. Capitalism, the base of capitalism is consumerism. So now these tendencies are very, very strong in us. So we have to understand now how to calm our mind. Then as per Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is explaining about Dhyana Yoga to Arjuna, right? But what Krishna's intention? Now let's go back to the purport. Here Krishna is explaining about Dhyana Yoga to Arjuna, and what Srila Prabhupada is writing about. He is writing about Bhakti Yoga as a solution. Why Prabhupada is giving solution as Bhakti Yoga? Okay, good. So why Prabhupada is giving Bhakti Yoga as a solution? Because the intention of Krishna is not to give solution as Dhyana Yoga to Arjuna. It is not Krishna's intention. Krishna's intention is finally to conclude Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate. Bhakti Yoga is the only way to overcome all these tendencies or overcome sense gratification and fix our mind on Krishna. That's how Krishna is moving gradually. He is explaining Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, and finally comes to Bhakti Yoga. That's why Srila Prabhupada in every purport, he gives the lens of Bhakti as a solution to whatever Krishna explains, and the unspoken words of Krishna will be explained by his pure devotee Srila Prabhupada in his purports. That's how pure devotee is connected in consciousness to the Krishna. Actually, Iskcon is what? International Society for Krishna Conscious Movement. Okay, it is not Krishna Activity Movement. No, it is Krishna Conscious Movement. One who exercises consciously in terms of devotional principles and does the activity, that person is actually in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so this is Krishna conscious moment. That's why Prabhupada emphasizes more and more. And Krishna is, if one carefully reads Bhagavad Gita, if one attentively hear Bhagavad Gita, they'll understand what actually Krishna is saying to Arjuna. Every time he says, you do fight, you just rise above and fight in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But he is talking about sannyasa, he is talking about karma yoga, jnana yoga, all this stuff. But why Krishna is explaining all these things? He is focusing everything on consciousness. Unless you change your consciousness, your drushti, there is no point that you will overcome whatever the grief which you have in. So you have to change the drushti, means consciousness, not the external circumstances. So that's what Krishna is trying to do with Arjuna. So he is trying to change the absorption from self to super self, from self to Krishna. Krishna pleasing, not pleasing senses, but actually to please to the senses of Krishna. That's what actually Krishna is doing. So now, as part of this Dhyana Yoga, Srila Prabhupada is clearly explaining how Bhakti Yoga helps us. Now let's move on to the solution. So perfectional stage of meditation. This sloka is talking about perfectional stage of meditation. Means a yogi becomes perfect when his consciousness remains perfectly fixed in the self. How it is possible? Let's talk about it. Criteria for perfection of yoga: all mental activities disciplined, situated in transcendence, free of all material desires. perfection of meditation is what? Free of all material desires. But desire is a natural instinct of a soul. Yes or no? It's a natural tendency, natural instinct. Desire can never be separated from the soul. Then how come one will be free of desires? Because the nature of desire should be changed. If the nature of the desire is material, we are actually into the karmic field. If the nature of the desire is spiritual, we are into the transcendence. Do you understand the point? Okay? So that's what Prabhupada is going to explain now. So overall, what is the essence of sadhana bhakti? I mean, it also comes in Nectar of Devotion. There is a scripture, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, written by Srila Rupa Goswami. What is the essence of sadhana bhakti? Yena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshayet. Kada? So, by somehow or the other, fix your mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the essence of sadhana bhakti. I mean, devotional practice or any. I mean, whatever the yogas Krishna now explaining, karma yoga, nishkama karma yoga, gnana yoga, and then dhyana yoga. Ultimately, the essence is to fix the mind upon the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay? So, how to do that in a practical way, and how to do that in a very relevant way in today's life. So, there is a personality from Srimad Bhagavatam. His name is King Ambarisha. He spends. I mean, he focuses all limbs in service to Krishna. He will engage all his senses and mind in the service of Krishna. So he always thinks of Krishna. His words, he describes the glories of Krishna. His hands, cleaning the temple of Krishna, and then ears, hearing the nectarian pastimes of Krishna. What is nectarian pastime of Krishna? I'll just quickly discuss. Time is moving. On Lord Narsingh Chaturthi, last Wednesday, I was hearing one devotee's class there. The devotee is glorifying Krishna, saying that while Lord Narsingh put garlanded intestines, what is that called? Intestine, right? Intestine, yeah. Intestines as a garland. Why he put like that? Why Lord Narsingh put intestine as a garland? Is he a crazy man? He's a supreme Lord, but why he kept? Because the devotee shared Prahlada from Hiranyakashipu's intestine. Prahlada passed through his intestine in semen to the womb of Kayadu. That's why Lord Narsingh garlanded Hiranyakashipu's intestine as a garland. You understood? How Supreme Lord Krishna is centered around his devotees. Devotees keep Krishna in the center always. Similarly, Krishna always keeps devotees in the center. Such a wonderful realization. Such nectarian pastimes we can hear, and that Ambarish Maharaj used to do always. Eyes, seeing beautiful form of Radha Madhav. So nice, right? When we come here, we see so beautifully the form of Madhav, Krishna, Gaur-Nitai, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and we feel so much satisfied. And smelling flowers, touching the lotus feet of devotees of Krishna, and tongue in chanting Hare Krishna, and also eating prasadam, legs walking to the temple, and head is like bowing down onto the lotus feet of Krishna. All these things, by engaging all the limbs in the devotion to Krishna, our mind naturally will be fixed on Krishna. That is the essence here Prabhupada is talking about. In the purport, if you see why Prabhupada is explaining about Bhakti Yoga and also about Amrish Maharaj, he naturally fixed his mind on Krishna by following these methods. What is this method which we described now? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoha Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. These are Navaveda Bhakti, right? So this is Bhakti Yoga. So through Bhakti Yoga, it is quite natural that we can easily change our absorption from ourselves to Krishna. It's natural. I'll tell you how it is now. So for example, now when I asked just before, Hare Krishna, please keep quiet. Hare Krishna, please keep silence. So can we all sit for some time by closing our eyes, by not listening to anything, just focusing on mind for 1 hour? For example, now what is the class time? Almost 45 minutes it's been, 50 minutes. Is it possible for all of us to sit quietly in meditation? Is it possible? Why we are able to sit? Although it is 50 minutes, we are happily sitting, right? Why we are able to sit? Because we heard Kirtan, we participated in Kirtan, there was Darshan, and then there is Krishna Katha, and after that again Darshan, there will be Kirtan, after that again Prasadam, right? That's why we all sitting here happily, natural. It's quite natural. Hearing is natural. Seeing is natural. To see we have beautiful forms here. And to hear there is a nectarian Krishna Katha. And to eat nicely, there is Krishna Prasad. To speak nicely, there is chanting Hare Krishna. So all these senses are nicely engaged in terms of Krishna consciousness. That's why we are able to sit here for long. We are able to continue for long. Otherwise we can't sit. As part of Dhyana Yoga, if you sit quiet for 1 hour, then if that is the program here, who will sit here? Nobody will sit here. Everyone will leave. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. And then after that everyone will leave. Right? But for hours together, if we are able to sit, it is because of the process of Bhakti Yoga. The beauty of Bhakti Yoga is its simplicity. No qualification is required. It's quite natural. We are supposed to see, right? We will see naturally. Let us see Krishna's form. Let us see Krishna's lotus feet and beautiful pictures of Krishna. See, if you see the above all, Sankirtana photo, Radha Krishna photo, and that little Krishna eating butter, and Parikshit Maharaj teaching Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami teaching Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. How nice all these pictures. You see all of them. It's natural. Instead of seeing all dirty content in the YouTube, we can see all these things. Seeing is natural. Instead of hearing all the dirty things in YouTube, whatever, and we can hear about Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and the wonderful realization. Just before I spoke in one realization, right? Why Lord put intestine as a garland? It's because of his devotee. So such wonderful realizations we can hear natural. Hearing is natural. We don't have to stop hearing. Suppose as part of Dhyana Yoga, and we have to withdraw our senses. We have to focus our mind. Is it natural? It is not really natural. But in Bhakti Yoga, it is quite natural. That is the beauty of Bhakti Yoga. So kindly accept the simplicity of Bhakti Yoga. This simplicity is nowhere else. In any other yoga, there is no such simplicity. Anywhere, from any place, at any state of mind, from whatever may be the circumstance, one can practice Bhakti Yoga. Try to understand the importance. One can practice Bhakti Yoga from any circumstance, any place, anywhere, at any moment, it can be possible. Why? Just chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is Bhakti Yoga. Hear about Krishna, that is Bhakti Yoga. See the form of Krishna, that is Bhakti Yoga. So all these things, is it possible in other yogas? It's not possible. That is the simplicity of Bhakti Yoga. Kindly understand Bhakti Yoga's importance. And also, Lord Chaitanya emphasizes a lot about this Bhakti Yoga and the simplicity of Bhakti Yoga. Just now I explained, right, what is that simplicity. That is confirmed by Lord Chaitanya. Sthane sthita shrutikatam tanvan manobir. It is there in Caitanya-Caritāmṛta Madhya. I don't remember the chapter, but it is there in Caitanya-Caritāmṛta. So, what is Lord Chaitanya is saying? You don't have to change any circumstance. You don't have to leave anything. For example, if you want to do Dhyana Yoga, do you need to leave the place and you need to go to secluded place or not? You have to go to place where there is no noise, no disturbance or anything. But Bhakti Yoga is not like that. There is so many people here. People are talking here also. But still, Bhakti Yoga can be practiced by speaking, by hearing and by chanting, by glorifying Krishna. So that is the simplicity of Bhakti Yoga. So it begins with hearing and chanting. So kindly hear this Bhagavad Gita program regularly and chant Hare Krishna nicely. Come to the temple and take darshan of beautiful forms of Sri Radha Madhav, Gaur-Nitai and Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, and participate in programs. See, celebrating is our natural for us, by the way. Not to celebrate is not the thing. Celebration is part of our nature. So we can celebrate festivals of Krishna. Instead of celebrating by keeping ourselves in the center, we can keep Krishna in the center and celebrate the festivals. That is Bhakti Yoga. It's quite natural. It's easy to engage our senses and mind in service of Krishna so that we can absorb our mind from ourselves to, we can change our absorption from our self to our selfish platform to Krishna platform. That is what is Bhakti Yoga. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions? Any doubts? Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Shri Gaura-Nitai ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai Sudarshan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Please take darshan and participate in Kirtan. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It's because of devotees and senior Vaishnavas.
Hare Krishna. Jashamati Nandana Vrajavara Nagara যশোমতি নন্দন ব্রজবর নগর যশ গোকুল নন্দন কান গোকুল গোকুল নন্দন কান গোকুল গোপী প্রণধন মদন মনোহর গোপী প্রাণধন মদন মনোহর গোপী প্রাণধন মদন মনোহর কালিয়দম বিধান কালিয়দম বিধান যশোমতি নন্দন ব্রজবর নগর যশোমতি নন্দন ব্রজবর নগর গোকুল নন্দন কান গোকুল কান অমূল্য হরির নাম অনিয়াবিলাস অমূল্য বিপিন পুরাণ জন নবীন গরবর বংশী বাজান সুভাষা বংশী বাজা ব্রজ জন পালন অসুর কুল নাশন ব্রজ নন্দন ধন আকওয়ালা নন্দন নন্দন ধন আকওয়ালা নন্দন গোবিন্দ মাধব নবনীত তস্কর গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ মাধব নবনীত তস্কর সুন্দর নন্দ গোপালা সুন্দর সুন্দর নন্দ গোপালা যমুনা তট